Good morning, everyone. We're gathering some powerful souls in our little Radha room of the Soul of Yoga in Encinitas, California. And as some of them came in, there was just this kind of kinship, kind of a soul recognition. There was just maybe even more than that. There was just a feeling that there was a higher feeling, a joyous feeling, something that you can't buy or get from just a human existence. It's something special is here. So Hafiz used to address everyone. He's a Sufi mystic of the 14th century. He'd say, "Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you." Meaning that one beloved who he discovered and realized, and discovering that beloved inside his own self, he became the big self. So everyone else was that same beloved. So everyone he saw, even dogs and cats, "Beloved, I'm so glad to see you." So that's our first song. So if you want to, if it feels all right for the people here and the people who are watching at home, if you have someone in the house, whether they're watching or not, why don't you surprise them and go give them a big hug and say, "Beloved, I'm so glad to see you." And then see what their reaction is. Right? So you guys can do that. Hello, hello. "Beloved, I'm so glad to see you." All right? Hello, 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 hello. "Beloved, I'm so glad to see you." Hello, 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 hello. "Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you." See, this is, if we can break some ice, this is like an icebreaker. Yeah, give Kari a hug, everyone. Beloved just walked in. No, if you think she's something outside of yourself, you have just dropped your consciousness. No, really. If that's just another person that you don't acknowledge, you have just demeaned yourself. You have dropped your potential to really be big, cosmic self. Our stream this morning, go cosmic, baby. You know? And maybe this will grow, and that every time the Congress meets, that everyone does this song. Republicans and the Democrats. Why not? Or any kind of division people, right? You got to override your biases and partisanship, my dear. Last week we talked about coming to the middle. Back to your heart space. And looking up and into the unifying light of your spiritual eye. And just, really balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine self. So we want more wisdom, we want more love combined here in the middle, and that gives us a possibility to be, what I said last week, sexless. Because your soul is sexless, and it's ageless, it's immortal, it's formless, and that is who we are as we sit here this morning. Aren't you happy about this? Let's applaud it. Yay for us. Yay for us. All right, so if you feel like it, maybe you go let somebody know that you're really happy to see yourself in them. No, really, that's me. This is why I'm going out of my way to love you and to see you. Because every time I do, I light up. Every time I don't, am not that way with another soul or a rock or an animal, then something goes flat in me. You know what that's called? Depression. You know what that's called? Here we are, one in the infinite, all of us, and we sit here like strangers. Even though this is a coming together of our soul natures, not our mind stuff, not our story stuff, not anything that happened this morning or what could happen. We come here as souls because as of right now, we are a we. Look at that letter W. My head and here. W. Look at, it's open, right? Now, what if you become a me? It's just about me. Right? It's closed. And this is a big deal now that Uranus is Centaurus till 2026, as we talked about last week. There's a clash of the titans, the me and the we people. Because we as the we people are going to go we all the way home. No, really, So let's just feel, you got loved ones at home, you got pets at home, you got friends at home, you have people who are on the borderline of you're not really liking these days, and then you have people who are on the outskirts who you just don't want to come near, and every time you think about them, you go negative. It doesn't hurt them, but you're taking the poison, baby. So even now, what did Christ say? Love your enemies. right? Love your enemies. There's even someone who was on one of these major social media shows, just wrote a book, Love Your Enemies. And he was talking on one of the partisan social media shows, newscasting shows, and had said, no, we can't do that. It's the greatest insult to each other when we bash each other. It's like hell. So his book is about, come on. Where is that good old R-E-S-P-E-C-T? No, really, where is it? It starts here this morning, kids. So just open your heart. Bring some loved ones in. You know, bring some. I keep saying I'm going to sing a song, but this always happens to me. Can I read you something from Einstein? Oh, he's a great yogi. I like keeping friends. You know, Yogananda said, when a departed loved one leaves the shores of this earth, you don't have to go, oh, they're gone. And then it's a pity party for yourself because they were somehow useful to you, or you need them or for whatever. No, they leave a piece of themselves in your heart. So again, come to the middle, come to your heart. Don't forget that soul. Breathe them. Breathe them as a we. They didn't go anywhere. This is you're gonna thank me one day for this stream this morning. You are. No kidding. This is the secret sauce, what we're talking about. So please bring some of your folks into your heart right now. And if you have it while you're getting all that love of the loved ones, and even some from the other worlds, what do you guys do? How do you tap the power of your ancestors? It's not usually even consideration because we're so kind of caught up in the drama of daily life, right? Ancestors, I don't know what that means. You got all the help of the universe behind you, baby. And they're accessible. And they're here and now. So don't ever give yourself or me an excuse, or anyone else the excuse that this isn't possible. That you can't do this stuff. That you're not ready. You know, you got to start way down here. That's the lazy person version of waking up, you know. We are a we, and this is what Einstein says about that. A human being is part of the whole, called by us universe. A part limited in time and space. He experiences himself or herself, her thoughts and feelings as something separate from the rest. And you know how cancer starts? One isolated cell separates out from the rest. Unhealthy. Maybe it has a consciousness somehow, that cell. And it just became so non-conforming to the rest of the cells in the body, and it decided to do its own thing, and it isolated out. An isolated cell is a cancer cell. When you feel separate because of this, and this is why you feel that way, it's kind of a feeling of something separate from the rest. It's a kind of optical delusion of your consciousness. When you feel like, wow, I just got screwed, blah, 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 or, you know, why did that person why was she that way? Or this is classic, you know, I'm just not getting through to you. Please, loved ones and spouses and husbands and wife, don't ever approach it like that again. That you have to get through to someone else. What you're saying is, I am not getting through to me. I'm a me. This is all about me. And you better change. No. Remember? We are we. It's an optical delusion of your consciousness to feel separate anyway, all right? Don't take it personal as part of the cosmic delusion. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires, me, and to affection for a few persons, me, or us four and no more, nearest to us. Here's what Einstein suggests for humankind. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison of me by widening our circle of compassion to embrace. He gives us a tall order here, but so do the masters, so does truth. To embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its entirety. Compassion. I said in class, you know, when I teach classes here, when Trish and I founded this place in 2001 in our home in Encinitas, and 2003 up the driveway, and this has been in existence 18 or so years. But now I don't have anything in my mind, because I don't want anything in my mind. It's just a flow. It's called Sermon on the Mat. My class is Sermon on the Mat. Yesterday I said something and I asked Ann Tyler to remember it, because it comes in and goes out. I don't remember it seconds after. And so this was a quote. I had to text her later and say, what was it? Right? So what was it?
The unforgivables are only unforgivable if you don't forgive them.
Did you get that? Yeah. The unforgivables are only unforgivable when you don't forgive them. It's almost like W.C. Fields. The unforgivables, my dear, are unforgivable only when you don't forgive them. So, here's what our job is now. Do anyone need a little mercy, a little kindness and understanding at times? I would say you need it all the time. I don't know what your own mind is saying about you, but it's probably not too pretty. It's probably not, don't relax, let go. It's not really you. You are this cosmic, beautiful, unselfish, ever-shining, brilliant, divine goddess and God, which is the truth, versus whatever you're going to say about yourself. It's not that easy to forgive ourselves. It's not that easy to forgive someone else, but is it ever imperative? It is the calling for all of us right here and now, especially in the next, since Uranus has gone into Taurus for another 7 years till 2026, where your ego is going to put up a bloody fight, but your soul is going to come to the rescue if you allow it to, starting this morning, okay? So let's just do the hello song, because I said I would. And then we're going to go to a song where we're going to wipe the slate clean of any unforgivables or anything that's on the border of anything that whenever you think of this person, I had to deal with it. It's still, it's a training, and we just have to be always awake. So, I take my new golden doodle, Trisha's in mine. She's a year old, but I brush her twice a day because they curl up pretty easy. But I don't like the mats, because then you have to cut them real short. So I just religiously, and had this groomer there at the I hope, are you listening today? I won't say where. So I spent months getting her and I just brushed her, and I thought, man, there's no mats. I don't feel any mats. Just take her down a little bit. She got butchered. She got butchered. Oh, it was unforgivable. Unfreaking unforgivable, man. It's taken me 2 days to bring that woman into what I'm going to share with you and back into my heart of unconditional love. 2 days. 2 days. It's all good now. It's all good because the funny thing about the little, no, it wasn't PetSmart, it was the other one. No, but they're beautiful. No, it's beautiful because I look at the dog and say, "What, you got a problem?" She's just the same happy-go-lucky girl, right? And then I start looking at her differently, like she's beautiful and all that stuff. And anyway, you know how it goes, all right? So, this is perfect because you're going to find in your life, when you get serious about becoming the big cosmic self of yours, that everything is going to be a teaching for you. Everything that happens in your life is going to be a little reminder when you decide, okay, I'm going cosmic. I'm going to surrender to who I really am. I'm really going to focus on that now, and I'm going to really watch how when I just sabotage myself and really have a limited thought about me or anyone else or anything, because that's a dagger to my own heart. And it's really true. When we can just be a we and consider that how I feel, you're feeling right now. No, if I stay high, you get to be high with me. If I go low, then I see you as low too. This is it's an optical delusion. It's a prison. And he's saying our task right now is to widen our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its entirety. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. It's much easier to do and be cosmic. You don't know that because you may not have, this may not be a practice yet for you. It's much easier to be in a we and an all than to play small. People say it's so hard to now deal with my lower nature, and I know I want to lift it with some of these addictions and habits and things that always make me unhappy, always make me sad, deplete me, and I don't know why I get so angry about it and all that. It's so much easier to be in your higher nature and to practice seeing yourself and train to hold your consciousness there than to be a me. So much easier. It's like you all need to download your Cosmic Self app into your brain, because all you got to do is push the damn thing, one click, and you are really free. Because you're in everything. And you're in everyone. How could anyone ever bother you when you're in everyone? And it's you. And you're in charge of yourself, and you're holding. Not you now. You've disappeared, and your soul is coming forward. The spirit in you is coming forward. You don't have to have anything to do with yourself anymore. You don't have to bash yourself or anyone else anymore. You just got to let go and surrender to who you are. What's our first song again? Hello, 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 hello. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Hello, 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 hello. Just practice it with these other people here, which may even be hard to kind of glance over because we are so imprisoned, and that prison is dark. And we don't believe that when someone's smiling that it's a good smile and there's goodness radiating from them, because we're still deceiving ourselves. It's crazy. There's such a prison. So just see if you can break out a little bit as we sing, right? And just really want this person to be so happy, so filled with love. And as soon as you have that thought, then all of a sudden you're going to feel that love. Do you know the secret of happiness is to give to others? The secret of getting out of your moods and addictions is go serve somewhere where it's just selfless, all of that stuff. Because your own cup of happiness will be filled up when you are feeling that way for others. Compassion for all beings. What was our song again? Hello, 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 hello. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Hello, 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 hello. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. This is a good part. Joy to you and joy to me. Joy to all the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and joy to me. Joy to all the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. One more round. Isn't this fun? Your smiles are lighting up souls everywhere. You are everyone right now. I swear, if you can just play this game with me today, it might become a reality for you. It might become what you focus on the rest of your days. That you can light up the world. You don't have to go picket. You don't have to go, have a cause for this and for that. Have one cause. Save the soul. Save the soul. Save the soul. Free the soul. Free your soul. Free your soul, right? And you can stay home. Man, you don't have to deal with all the battle that people are battling, the two sides that are really bashing that true nature of each other. They don't even know it. Ugh. All right, but here we are, save the world, right? Hello, 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 hello. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Hello, 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 hello. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Joy to everyone, please. Joy to you and joy to me. Joy to all the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and joy to me. Joy to all the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. That joy to you and joy to me. Joy to all the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and joy to me. Joy to all the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. You know, If that's someone who you're having a tough time with, that you got a big old label or a stack of labels on them and they just are the person that you think needs to change, that they're at fault and all that, don't you feel a little lighter now that you got a little perk, a little upliftment, and just pull them in. Pull them in. I got another quote here from, there's a place out in Escondido called Quest Haven that you don't even know is there, but it's 600 acres. You can walk around the foothills, right in San Elio Hills. And the founder there was an intuitive mystic years ago. You should see the property. My wife and I actually stayed there 2 years. But this is what she said, because she could see into the inner worlds and she could talk to the angels. One of those intuitives that had a real link. She said, we are told in the Bible that the fruit of the Spirit is love. There are some cardinal qualities that reach up as far as our mental bodies, but some, like love, go into the very presence of the divine indweller. When you are open to love, it touches that cosmic divine indweller, who you really are. Your higher self, your soul, whatever you want to call it, whose overshadowing keeps us alive in this dimension. So it's that divine spirit, God within us, that keeps us alive in this dimension. That one called in some it's called the monad, or by others the Spirit of God within us, is like a radiant star. So just think of yourself as a radiant star right now, okay? It has flashes of light going out in every direction. You have flashes of light right now going out in every direction, because you're a we now. You are identifying with the cosmic you now. And it's going to take tremendous intuitive imagination. Imagination, yes, but intuitive. The soul imagination, the truth imagination. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Do you know that you find one 4-leaf clover in every 10,000 of clovers? The 4-leaf? And you know what the 4 are, since it's Paddy's Day? Faith, hope, love, and luck. But look how the first 3 will give you luck every time. Faith, hope, love, obviously is going to give you the luck of the Irish. Actually, the luck of the immortal soul, the luck of the divine that lives inside of you as you, 100% you, this dream, hologram, thoughts, feelings, emotions, births and deaths. It ain't you. Trish wanted me to see the movie. It's old now, but Selena. I didn't know the story. I was in the ashram. I was in a black hole for 25 years. I didn't know it. Oh my God, I kept saying, Trisha, this is so sad, this is so sad. Why did God take her? She was just 23. She was such a, oh my God. I'm a real sensitive around that kind of stuff. You know what Trish said? Trish, my wife, is, woo! She said, God had nothing to do with it. A human shot her. So blame God, yes, for sure. Because it's just a way of you starting to get connected to the God who's really says, hands off. Humans, you have me inside of you. Now come on, get close to me, surrender to me, trust me, have the faith, hope, and love. And you'll be really, really divinely lucky. You'll be so kind to everyone. You would never even say something negative about someone, because that's a dagger, because you just shot them. You really did shoot them. And you shot yourself. It's a double killing. And then it's a billions killing, because you are everybody. So this morning when I did my breath, this is cool too, because I'm going to teach you a breath. I have so much. Will you guys have the rest of your life to hang around? And no, really, it's very hard for me. I mean, I want to have so much to share with you. So much. So just receive the love and all that that's pouring through the radiant thing, all that. Receive that. That's good enough for now. But really, so I went to Trish and I said, I'm doing this we breath. A we breath is when, and we'll practice it, and then I'll tell you the story, and then we'll get back to this reading, and then we'll get back to I finished the song. A new song. Yay. All right. But I said, honey, this is the breath that we practice in, because I have about 1, 2, 3 or so of you that 3 of you here today that I'm doing step-by-step, one-on-one personal coaching, and I teach you the steps on how you can just totally immerse back in, discover, rediscover, reclaim your true self. And I said, we have a we breath, and what that we breath is, just imagine now, because we're this, right? That those on the inner worlds, all the loved ones of many lives, the holy ones, the angels, your guardian angel, Christ and Krishna, we all are receiving together rocks, fishes, animals, stars, galaxies, are all receiving on an inhale breath, because we're a we. When you sit down to meditate, please go with such respect and reverence to your little meditation chambers, if you have created a little space in your home, because the whole universe, which is you, is waiting for you to tune in with the big we, together as one. And so what we do is we breathe together. And I said to Ann Tyler yesterday, I said, hey, do you want to go out and have a few breaths with me? No, because what we do, and I have some thoughts from the Gita about breath, we breathe in God. We breathe in joy. We breathe it. So you guys want to knock some breaths down with me? Huh? No, you get sky high. It's knocking. Now this breath, the we breath, it can knock your socks off, because you're not alone anymore. You don't have to struggle. The out breath of spirit, bliss, is just an out breath, and all living things, animate and inanimate, receive it. How else do we exist? Einstein said we don't exist but that divine indweller. So I want you to breathe in a big breath, please, right now, as a we, and feel you just breathe in the bliss of spirit, okay? Now breathe out, everyone, and all of us give our love and our soul bliss and our light back to that supreme one who takes it in as an in-breath and clears out all the dark matter. And then let's receive another from spirit as it out-breaths, please. Inhale. And now give everything back to the one. We are the many that are coming back to becoming one again. Inhale again. Receive from the bliss of spirit, the supreme force. We're all in this bliss together, and all of us are giving our bliss back to spirit. Exhale. As spirit just gladly receives all that bliss from each soul that it created. And one more time, everyone, receive. All of us. Includes your departed loved ones. Please don't isolate them. And exhale. And they breathe out. We breathe out. There's no more inner dimensions that are hidden from us. We are all together in the oneness. Isn't that awesome? Oh my God, I think that secret alone, that's where we now reclaim our identity as the oneness bliss with each other. So hello, beloved. I'm so glad to see you. We've never been separated, ever. There's only oneness bliss. We need to begin with the end in mind now. We need to hold that as the truth of truth. And breathe that we, and practice a we. And that's what we're going to do a little bit more in this morning's stream. All right, let your eyes float open, everyone. So this Spirit of God is like a radiant star. It has flashes of light going out in every direction. And wherever these flashes touch, you can be certain that power is sensed. So just as you became a we and you exhaled and we all gave our love back to the one, there was such radiance going off of you. You have to believe you have cosmic powers waiting to be used now. And then it says, one of its greatest qualities of love, this is part of the four-leaf clover, is the continual and unbroken expression of spiritual love. Every exhale breath now, because you're sourcing source. Why don't we become clear conduits? Let go of the human, let go of the drama, become our true self. And then God can use us all to change not only us, our generations, but our world. Bingo. Bingo. And children, if you're going to bring children into this world. And any of the lineage behind and forward. Everybody changes. We want to be in a continual and unbroken expression of spiritual love. I think, and this is what Flower Newhouse says, that a person who enters God's kingdom, who has never done anything spectacular, it's probably most of us, yet who believes in God and who has lived love to the highest degree or level that she understands, that person will be greeted with such fervor and gladness when she returns home to her Father's house. When persons come back to the inner worlds, I have heard kindle archangels ask. Here's a question we're going to be asked. How much have you loved? How many were taken into your heart? How many? So I gave that breath to Tricia, tell her that breath, and she said, because she studies spiritual arts, right? Metaphysics, really deep. Right across the street here, they have their headquarters, Spiritual Arts Institute. And she said, oh yeah, I know there's a name in metaphysics for that breath. It's called the Holy Breath of God. In metaphysics, what I just shared with you is called the Holy Breath of God. I said, Trish, I'm actually trying to get us back, because we were the mom pop here. And the mom and pop are coming back! but revised, renewed, a whole new thing. And I'm getting her pretty stoked up about it. And when she told me that, I said, you see, honey, we're actually thinking of maybe having a retreat soon, Tricia and I. Because she is all about the light and all about the love. So we are love and light. Yeah. All right. So let's do this. Let's love blast a little. Let's let that radiant part of us go out and let it really take care of some folks that you are really having a hard time forgiving. Really having a hard, please, if you have to go to a political thing, please, all right? And then just let it blast out to the whole world, because you are the world. We are the world. We are the children. Ta-da. So many great songs. And you guys have had thoughts about this yourself. And as I told a woman who left here, and she said, I just wrote a book. And it's like this amazing title of a book and everything. And then she was talking about her struggles too. I say, well, why don't you follow the advice in your book? Right? It was like, what? You and me, we just got to follow the insights we have already. You probably have journals of amazing stuff. When I get groups together, I have you immediately just download a letter from your higher self. People don't even ask me, well, what is it? No, they just start writing. And then we share some of them, and it's like, and you say you have problems in life? Did you just, where did that come from? Do you think that's just a nice saying? This is your teachings, man. When are you going to follow it? When are you going to believe it? When are you going to believe in yourself? No, really. You don't have to keep going out and looking for people to inspire you, or the right yoga class, or the right person to marry. No, it comes right back in now. You have everything. Everything is waiting for you. Everything is waiting for you. All right, so this is how we're going to wipe the slate clean, in case you know the Love Blast song. I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? So come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast everyone. Let's love blast everyone. So come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. See, this is our step that I teach people when we get to the Manipura chakra, called the Love Blaster. It's a fire center. It's a solar flare, solar plexus. You have the sun, behind the sun, powering you up. This is the power center. So, and if you don't believe that, just watch some of the old Care Bear things. No, they shot all this wonderful stuff out of their bellies, man. Remember your radiance right now. And I like to, instead of, it's coming from the belly center, because this is the radiating station within us of the love and of the love. This is the radiating station of the light here. But you can also feel like every cell, and you have 27,000 trillion cells, from your tippy toes all the way up to your head and your fingertips and everywhere in your body, are all just radiating out this love. And you inhale, and it's more love. So it doesn't shrink back in, you radiate it out, and the actual inhale of the universal love takes you even more out in sharing infinite love. And then you blast it out and you grow like this, ever expanding back into your true self, which is, you might think, well, that is really far out. You know, you are far out. You are far out at the wrong direction, man. Me. You don't know how easy this can be, because you'll find that stubborn Taurus, self-willed, self-seeking part of you not even giving it a try. You've already made an excuse and then another excuse why you can't even try. And then you bash it. No, we gotta, go across the other side and really listen to what our poor ego is screaming at us, saying, help me, I need love, I need energy, I need light, don't you hear me? I'm miserable, I'm going to kill myself. No one's hearing me. You bet you're heard. You're the one not hearing you. All right, so, I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? All right, little Care Bears. I know you had a tight, you might have had a tough night last night. You even maybe knocked down the wrong things instead of breasts, right? And it's maybe a little kind of, but please, 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 look at how important it is, your beliefs, your thoughts, and how you are right now. Come to center. Let it all go. Give all of your struggles, all of your humanness back into your higher self. It will gladly welcome you back. But really, if I were you, and I would be praying so deeply right now for some help with all of this. I would be making some deep vows, recommitments, and setting my foot down that things have got to change in my life. This is the Uranus. This is the soul self of you. That is always, she's ready. The Princess Warrior. That's what it said in astrology.com. That's what the Uranus and Taurus represents. Princess Warrior. That didn't come from me. That came from astrology.com. This comes from me, though. I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? So come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. Listen, if your thoughts get in the way of all this, then it's going to be very and almost seemingly unforgivable and impossible for you, because you keep trying to do it as a human. The human needs to surrender back to its divine nature. It needs to let go and let that cosmic self of yours, the we, take over your life. Very simple. It's just a matter of surrender. It's a matter of you to say, I can't do this anymore on my own. I am really getting stressed out with all this stuff. I don't have the energy left because we're draining it. It's just leaking out. So please, let's just take care of this divine mercy and start with yourself. Oh, I love Divine Mother because she represents that divine mercy. And this is a song I wrote just so we realize that we haven't screwed up. We didn't mess up. This delusion is here. It's very powerful. It's the one that's causing all our troubles, not us. And so Divine Mother says, you got to come to me because I'm going to hold you. I'm going to put you in a bear hug. I'm going to love you. I'm going to forgive you, and that's going to you're going to simulate that. And it's going to wake up that part of you that is the divine mercy. Can you imagine if we walked this earth and all we were feeling was mantled by this divine compassion? That thing that Einstein said we need to have now. And people talked, it didn't matter if they're good, bad, or ugly. You just felt. You saw them, you felt their true nature, and this person who's in prison that is just screaming out for help. In all the many ways that people do. Through dark deeds, sometimes betrayal, whatever. They just don't know. We got to be little babies, little crawlers. You got to see everyone as a little baby, a crawler. You'd never make a baby wrong, would you? Never. It goes because she got, she couldn't walk. You're not mad at her or him. We got to be that way in God's arms, in Divine Mother. We have to be that. So this is the song. There's no need to blame. I carry no shame. The mother's always wiping my slate clean. And I call it that she has these little baby wipes, these soul baby wipes. She's always wiping us clean. And then she'd give you an unlimited supply that you can have in your car, in your bathroom, in your home, everywhere, because she's going to ask you, would you please wipe yourself clean now? You're old enough. Every time you start feeling some guilt and shame and unworthiness and undeservingness, you got to wipe it clean. It ain't you. There's no need to blame. I carry no shame. The mother's always wiping my slate clean. There's no need to blame. I carry no shame. The mother's always wiping my slate clean. She's the mother of love, the mother of forgiveness. She's the mother of sweet compassion. She's the mother of love, the mother of forgiveness. She's the mother of sweet compassion. There's no need to blame. I carry no shame. The mother's always wiping my slate clean. There's no need to blame. I carry no shame. The mother's always wiping my slate clean. Who is she? She's the mother of love, forgiveness, and compassion. She's the mother of love, the mother of forgiveness. She's the mother of sweet compassion. She's the mother of love, the mother of compassion, the mother of sweet compassion. Here we go. Here's the order. She's the mother of love, the mother of forgiveness. She's the mother of sweet compassion. And every breath, she fills me with her love. She fills me with her love. Every moment her light shines. And every moment her light shines, shines, shines. Every breath she fills me with her love. Every breath she fills me with her love. And every moment her light shines, 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 ever shines. There's no need to blame. I carry no shame. The mother's always wiping my slate clean. There's no need to blame. I carry no shame. The mother's always wiping my slate clean. She's the mother of love, the mother of forgiveness. She's the mother of sweet compassion. She's the mother of love, the mother of forgiveness. She's the mother of sweet compassion. And every breath, she fills me with her love. Every moment her light shines, shines, shines. Every breath, she fills me with her love. And every moment her light shines, 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 ever shines. Oh, be that big we now. Be the big we. Let it shine. Let that loving kindness, that loving forgiveness, that compassion, oh my God, and understanding. And I love the word divine mercy. Hold it for our world. Just hold the world like a ball, and every being on it. Oh my God, You will never have a mood again, my friends. You will never have guilt or shame again when you become a we. We are one. There is no separation. That's cancer, division, delusion. Oh, so you see how important it is for you to be the first one to receive her divine mercy? Do you see? The first one to forgive yourself. The first one to let go of even the worst thing that can happen. Like, how does a family, I can't believe, how did God allow Selena, in this case, to get shot at 23? And as my wife says, God had nothing to do with it. Humankind did it. Could you please take charge again of who you are so you can be the first to receive the divine mercy? Could you? Could you please? Your spouse will be so happy. Your friends will be so happy that suddenly you don't demand from them, you don't see them, you don't have negativity, you don't spread anything that is going to bring the whole party down. Thank you for just being here this morning. It's important. It's so important. Every Sunday I wake up and I can't even sleep the night before. I am so excited because I'm a we, you see. People come and go in classes here. I'm going, I can't even say anything. I say, you guys got to come to the 11 o'clock on Sunday just to get a dose of being beyond what you come here for, of having something extra special. We got to now pull all the energy of all the classes every day and put it in an overarching, overshadowing reality where you and I come and we drink from this. Let's get drunk. This is Rumi. Let's repeat what he says. Look past your thoughts.
Look past your thoughts.
And drink the pure nectar.
Drink the pure nectar.
In this moment.
In this moment.
Look past your thoughts.
Look past your thoughts.
And drink the pure nectar.
Drink the pure nectar.
In this moment.
In this moment.
In this present moment.
In this present moment.
Let's just knock a few down, all right? Let's bring some love stuff in, but listen, here's another quote. This is from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who is one of the foremost authorities, researchers on near-death experiences. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. She said the absolutely only thing that matters is love. Everything else. So as you're aware of the breath coming in, would you just start drinking? Would you knock a few love breaths down as it comes in? That's what's coming in. Breathe it as a we. Because everyone needs to get drunk right now. They need to get out of their mind. They need to get out of their misery. You know what I'm saying? On the planet and in the inner worlds. And those departed loved ones, they got to feel it, baby. They're not separate from you. They're in your heart. And your heart is in them. They're in the oneness. Everything else, our achievements, our degrees, the money we make, how many mink coats we have, is totally irrelevant. It will also be understood when we cross the other side that what we do is not important. The only thing that matters is how we do what we do. And the only thing that matters is that we do what we do with love. So I'm going to do my Do Love song, then we're going to go back to this other one, okay? Would you remind me that we were going to do that Rumi song, Look Past Your Thoughts, and then that'll probably be our morning. And I didn't even get to my material yet. It's all right. There's always next week. There's always what we do in the meantime. Not do. Quit doing. That's the biggest delusion you can do, is you go out and do something today. And not have your mind and heart open to be a we and receive from Source everything you need on the spot. And then breathe love, breathe light, breathe happiness, breathe joy. And let the whole world get drunk with you. Oh, that's a much better Sunday than what you had planned, don't you think? Don't you? Well, you guys don't look so convinced. And this is another roomie. May the beauty you love be what you do. May the beauty you love sing be what you do. Let's sing together. May the beauty you love be what you do. And then he says there's so many ways to kiss the ground. Everything is bliss. Everything is God. There is so many ways we can kiss the ground. There are so many ways we can kiss the ground. There are so many ways we can kiss the ground. There are so many ways we can kiss the ground. May the beauty you love be what you do. May the beauty you love be what you do. 'Cause there is so many ways we can kiss the ground. There is so many ways we can kiss the ground. There is so many ways we can kiss the ground. There is so many ways we can kiss the ground. Now listen, Hafiz is someone like him, and Hafiz said in another song, and I'm going to segue to those words, in a little different melody, and it's like kissing God all over, kissing God all over. Someday every lover will do, kissing God all over. Someday every lover will do, kissing God all over. Someday every lover will do, kissing God all over. Someday every lover will do, kissing God all over, kissing God all over, kissing God all over, kissing God all over. Hey, and then he has this saying, Hafiz. Peekaboo, 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 beloved, I am here. 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 I am here, 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 beloved, I am here. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Huh? Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you. You know, when you look at the clouds today, beloved, I'm so glad to see you. When you look at the water today, beloved, I'm so glad to see you. When you're walking, oh, beloved is walking through me. Oh, the ground, I'm going to kiss the ground today, beloved. Beloved, beloved, all is spirit, all is light, all is love. That's a much better day than what you might go about having a day as today. Really, try it out. Try it out. If you don't try it, then you really lose out. You really lose out. You become this, what is it, despicable me? You become despicable me again, and you're over that. We need your light, all right? So look past your thoughts. Look past your thoughts about anything. Look past your thoughts. Look past your thoughts and drink the pure nectar. And drink the pure nectar. And drink the pure nectar. And drink the pure nectar in this moment. drink the pure nectar just in this moment. Drink the pure nectar just in this moment. Drink the pure nectar. Come on, let's drink, 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 baby, drink the bliss in this moment. Let's drink, 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 baby, drink the bliss in this moment. I'm telling you, let's go out today and have a few breaths, would you? Come on, would you come down? We'll go in one of these open street bars. What do you guys want? Just give me water, please. We're going to get drunk on breath. Just breathe in. And we say, hey, waitress, could you just have a moment to just breathe with us? I'm telling you, God is in you. God is everything. God is light. God is bliss, and you can breathe it. Oh, my God. So that's that song. All right. It was kind of cool, right? Let's drink, 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 baby, drink the bliss in this moment. See, I could put these earworms in your head for all day today. You got a bunch of them, and then if you go back to the stream and you watch again, then you're going to wake up in the morning, tomorrow morning, you're going to be one of these earworms, which is a divine calling to you. All right, one more song after I read something from the Bhagavad Gita. Oh, wow. Towards the end, after all of Krishna's wisdom about everything, he says, no, listen, Arjuna. Arjuna is that ideal devotee, you and me, that are opening ourselves up to Eve and saying, well, what are you saying, Lord? I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? and the Lord says, update me now. Not later, please, update me. Nay, but once more, Arjuna, take my last word. The last word of all the Bible of the East teachings, the Bhagavad Gita. You guys on pens and needles, not wanting to know what the last word is? My utmost meaning have, precious thou art to me. Right well, beloved. Listen, I tell thee for thy comfort this. Give me thy heart. Don't have to be troubled no more. You guys just keep making trouble for yourself when you're thinking me, when it's about me, and about how I'm going to figure this out. Oh, don't, you never will. Just take this heart right now, put it in. Get your hand on your heart, and then let's just make an offering. I'll read this once more, and at the end, we're all going to give our heart back to the Divine Beloved. You're giving it back to yourself, actually. All right, you're trading in the human for the divine heart, which is your original, the real deal of you. You just kind of put this other thing there for a little while, that's all. A few thousand lifetimes. All right, listen, Arjuna. Once more, take my last word. My utmost meaning have, precious thou art to me. Right well, beloved. Listen, I tell thee for thy comfort this. Give me thy heart. Go ahead, offer it back. No one's watching. Close your eyes. Just give it back. Give it back to the beloved. It comes recycling back in. And now bring your hands and now feel the new heartbeat. Feel the new love. Feel how open and willing and able you are to breathe in spirit. Use the breath, everybody. Please use the breath as I listen, as I tell you another quote from the Bhagavad Gita. And they who, making silent sacrifice, draw in their breath to feed the flame of love and breathe it forth to waft the heart on high, governing the vintage of each entering air, will not let one sigh pass which helpeth not the soul. I will read that again. And they who, making silent sacrifice, see, you have to sacrifice your thinking, your addictions to this, addictions to go wander off and have no thought of the divine today, just with all the seeking more pleasures for the little me. That sacrifice has got to be made. But those who do make that sacrifice of letting go of little self, they draw in their breath to feed the flame of love and breathe it forth to waft the heart on high, governing the vintage of each breath that comes in, and will not let one come in that does not help the soul. All right. Let me read something from my own writings. Stay in this inner place, kids. I call this intense devotion. Heat it up. One hot, intense moment of pure devotion for God is worth days of lukewarm mediocrity. Seize the moment. Squeeze your heart. Go deep quick. Be a martial artist for God. Harness all your energy and with one fierce heart kick, knock out the deadly opponent of mediocrity. Beach yourself in the love of God, moment by moment, and all life will be a beach. Show up to love and just be your best. Love will do the rest. She's the workhorse of creation. The most beautiful one lives deep inside of you, ever whispering softly in your ear. Love me, love me, love me. Say yes to love's eternal request. When you practice hot, intense moments of pure devotion over and over again, automatically your days, weeks, months, and years will become saturated with overwhelming ecstatic love for the one beloved. And great will be your joy when he, it personally and intimately says to you, "Thank you, my sweetest love, for loving me." Okay, will you sing my last song with me? Love really rocks, totally. Love really rocks, totally. It moves heaven and earth. It moves heaven and earth. Love really rocks. Totally. It moves heaven and earth. It moves heaven and earth. So breathe love, live love, move in love, move in love. Come on, let's breathe love, live love, move in love. Come on, let's breathe love, live love, move in love. Come on, let's live love, breathe love, move in love. 'Cause love is the totality of love. Totally we live in a totality of love. Ready? Totally. And love really rocks. Totally. It moves heaven and earth. Oh, love really rocks. Totally. It moves heaven and earth. Once more. Oh, love really rocks. Totally. It moves heaven and earth. One more of those. Oh, love really rocks. Totally. It moves heaven and earth. Come on, let's breathe love. Let's breathe love. Live love. Move in love. Come on, let's breathe love. Live love. Move in love. Come on, let's breathe love. Live love. Move in love. Once more. Come on, let's breathe love. Live love. Move in love. 'Cause we live in a totality of love. 'Cause we live in a totality of love. Totally. We live in a totality of love. Totally. We live in a totality of love. Totally. We live in a totality of love. thank you for staying a few extra moments for love and the sacrifice of love. And the remembrance that we are a we, and we're going we all the way home. And there's nothing separating us from happiness right now. There's nothing separating us from being overflowing with joy and happiness right now. Nothing. That's the delusion. And that's what you and I can say goodbye to. As of this breath that comes in, and then we're just one breath at a time. Breathing love, living love, moving love. Love for all. Love your enemies. As you do unto the least of your brother and sister, you do unto love. Let's receive a big breath and bring our arms up. Nice, full reach. How's that W? That's a beautiful W. And exhale, fold your hands. Let your chin lower and your head bow. This is the best practice of all. Surrender to who God keeps saying you are. And let's repeat this affirmation. I am that I am. And I'm all that I am. I am love. I am light. I am that I am. And I'm all that I am. I am love. I am light. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Hare Krishna. Haribo. Amen. I'm in. Good stuff. Thank you. Share that this is happening on Sundays. Beloved, I'm so glad to see you.